Oh God, I got to do another one of these videos where I am, exposing myself. This is one part of content creation that I'm not used to. I don't like talking about myself at all when I do these sorts of videos. I like talking about other things, but I never talk about myself. I don't know, maybe this is some kind of hidden part of therapy. Shout out to my therapist. Getting old sucks. I won't lie. Getting older sucks, and I never realized how much it does suck until it started happening to me, and it will happen to you too. There's a few things for me that show how getting older works, and these are the things that make sense to me, that show up for me, and it could be different for everyone else. So if you watch this video, maybe you can relate, but if you can't, then it's whatever. But just know that things are different. These aren't in any particular order to like tier level or whatever. This is just all of the things that I'm numbering, and so you can watch this video and take it with a grain of salt, but I encourage anyone who is younger than me to watch this video and listen, because this is going to happen to you too. So without further ado, here we go. These are my top 5 things that I experience while getting older, and we're gonna start off with number 1. The first thing is that your health and your body starts to change. Nothing solidified this more for me than getting high blood pressure. I'm 43 now, and I never thought that I would have high blood pressure. I thought I was doing all the right things. I wasn't. I might as well be real with you. I was still eating like I was a teenager, having Wendy's and McDonald's and all that other stuff. I hardly used to cook. I just used to eat bad. I took bad care of myself. I tried to take good care of myself. I didn't do a good job in that regard. I've suffered for it because now I have this thing that I have to like take medication for every day and whatever. And it sucks, like having to take those pills every day. It humbles you. It humbles you so much. I went like some time without taking my medication, and I mean I didn't tell this to everyone, but I had an incident where I thought I had a heart attack, and I had to go to the hospital, and that was not a good experience. I will say one thing in that regard. This is just a quick side note. If you ever need a dose of reality, spend one night at A&E. It will change your life. You will never want to go in the hospital again. You will do everything it takes to make sure that you stay outside of Princess Margaret Hospital, or any hospital for that matter, because there are people all around screaming because they're in pain and they just want the pain to stop. I'm not going to go into a tangent, but I'm just saying that is a humbling experience in and of itself. And then there's so much other things that change with you. You have like I go to sleep at odd times now. Like the times I used to stay up late, and I still have my moments where I do stay up late, but man, when I sleep, I'm getting my 8 hours. There's no getting up until I've had at least 8 hours of sleep. Or you know what? No, I'm running out. I want to say anywhere from 6 to 8 hours. There are times when I get 6 hours, but 6 hours is the minimum that I get. Like, you are not waking me up before that at all. And if something does, it has to be like something catastrophic, like an explosion or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And then a lot of things start happening with you. Your knees start giving out and all that shit. Trust me, it comes with getting old. But I know people are gonna be in the comments being like, oh well, if you just take care of yourself and exercise and blah. Listen, I get that, all right, I get it, and I do exercise. I go for walks and all that stuff or whatever. I think this video is gonna be geared towards like what people are expected to feel when they get older, because trust me, when it hits you, you'll be like, damn, I can't do this anymore. Jesus, I can't do this without like grunting or whatever. I can't get in the car without going, oh, you know what I'm saying? In and out of the car, you'd be like, ah, you know exactly what I mean, right? Oh no, I'm forgetting. You young forever, so it's whatever. But the fact that your health is changing, it brings more focus to you so that you can learn to take better care of yourself. You finally take into consideration that, hey, I'm only here for a finite amount of time. I don't know when that time is, but I'm only here for that long, so I have to take better care of myself if I want to stay here for as long as I want to. So I think that's a good thing to look into for my number 1 point. Number 2, things just change around you, and that can be good or bad. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and I told her that when you were a kid and you were like singing a song or whatever, and then as you get older, like to be an adult, you realize what that song actually meant. You know what I'm saying? And for us, like Bahamian kids, we have a bunch of ring play songs that, boy, You don't know what them songs is mean until you get older. You be like, we was singing that. Grab that penny sausage and put it right there. All right, then. That's all I gotta say. I ain't gotta say nothing else. But things around you just change. The places where you used to go, some of them are like gone now. You know, like, I mean, all of us Bahamians could remember Chicken Unlimited, and I know my fellow content creator and friend Steven does keep mentioning Chicken Unlimited in most of his videos nowadays. Listen, I would give anything to have Chicken Unlimited come back. And listen, man, I don't know, maybe I'll have a picture of Chicken Unlimited on the screen right now if I could find one, because I don't think a picture of Chicken Unlimited unless exists on the internet right now. If I find one, that'd be great. If anyone has pictures of Chicken Unlimited, I want you to send them to me, okay? Find some way to send that to me, okay? Instagram, TikTok, I don't care. I need to see pictures of Chicken Unlimited because I missed that place. God damn it. And then there's so many other things that change alongside it. Like you got like, you know, the way women interact with men are different now. You know, there's a lot of things that's changing around all of us. And some of it's for the better. Some of it's maybe for the worse. But the way I try to look at it is that some things just ain't for you, man. And if it ain't for you, then it's whatever. I don't watch nothing like that. And you know what? I sometimes you just gotta hold your hands up and be like, okay, it's whatever. But you know, that's something to be expected, and that's something that you should like look out for, especially as a younger individual. I believe that this teaches us as individuals that everything evolves and nothing stays the same. As much as we want it to stay the same, it's not going to, because things are different for everyone. Like even down to the music that we listen to. Like I find myself now being the type of person that says, oh my God, listen to this music that these young people listening to. Back in the day, that used to be our parents to us. You know, so now we're in that age now where we're saying that to like younger people or about younger people, but nothing is gonna stay the same. We have what we had, and that is our memory. We can keep those memories alive. You know what I'm saying? And that, I think that's important for us to remember, that younger people have their own things to look up to, and I think it's important for us to let them have it. You know, let's not be like our parents used to be with us and try to change them. Let them have what they want to have, because you know, it's theirs, it's not for us. My number 3 thing about getting older is that sometimes, and this is one might come as a shock, but sometimes your passions might change. Like some of the things that you found yourself interested in doing, you might not be that much interested in doing those things anymore. Like take me for example. There was a whole lot of things that I've been into doing a whole lot of times. Like when I was younger, me and my friends used to break dance. I used to do like, you know, those pop and lock things or whatever. We were the kids that watched You Got Served on repeat, and like, you know, try to mimic some of the dances we saw, and then watched other dancing videos and stuff like that. Now I could be comfortable just watching other people do it. It's not my thing anymore. But I loved it for the time it was. You know, I acquired other passions and stuff that I like to do. You know, I like to make my balloons, and I like to do magic tricks now and stuff like that. It's not just because it makes me money. It's because I actually and genuinely like to do those things. I want to make people understand that sometimes some of the things that you enjoy, some of those things that you enjoy now, you might not enjoy them for too long. So enjoy them now while you can, because I mean, you might not be able to it might be a situation where you might not be able to physically do those things anymore. So you might have to find new passions to do or whatever. But hey, it is what it is. I think that your passions changing is not altogether a bad thing, because while you may have, you know, loved what it is you did, you know, when you did it, in the moment you were present and you loved what it is you were doing, and now you could like let go of that and move on to something else. I think if you look at it in that aspect, you'll be like okay with things like that. So yeah, I think that's one thing that if I was able to like tell that to younger people, which I'm hoping that this video is doing now, I would say that to them, like, just be comfortable that the things that you like to do, while they may be gone, be comfortable in the fact that you did them, and you did them to the best of your ability. That's what I would tell people. Yeah. The 4th thing I experienced getting older is that time ain't there like it used to be. And this one hit a little bit hard, because as some of you guys know, I like playing video games, and I stream on Twitch every now and then, you know, while I can. But when I first started streaming, I had like all the time in the world to stream. But then when your priorities get sorted out into other things, like you just don't have the time to do those things anymore. And there's gonna come a time when all of the things you used to be able to do with other people, or the things you had time for, you just don't have time for those things anymore, because other things now take priority. You might now have a family, you might have a job that you are pursuing, or a job that you already have, or a new position or something like that. Something that's taking your time away from you and away from the things that you mostly enjoy doing, and you don't have the time for any of those things anymore. So I think for those things, you have to take into consideration what are the things that you like to do, and you have to now like number them and say like, hey, I like this, this, and this, and you have to be able to set time, like write them on a planner. Like I have this whiteboard. I use this whiteboard mostly for like gigs and stuff. Like when I have a gig and whatever, I want a bigger one. I need to get a bigger one. I keep saying I'm going to get a bigger one, but I just can't find one yet. I use this sometimes too to write down things that I have to do. Like if I have to go places, or if I want to like do something, you know, I have to write that down. Sometimes I even go so far as to employ my Google Calendar to do stuff like that. But you just have to slot away time. And then, you know what I realize about it? It makes you sit and think what things are most important to you that you can make time for. Because man, like there are a lot of things that people think that they can make time for when they're young, because we don't have that much care, you know, when we're younger. We there's a lot less things that we care about. But man, when you get older and you realize time is getting away from you, listen, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care how rich people can get. I think the true saying is that time is the only currency that you have, because you know, while you can't take anything with you, time is always going. You always spending time. Always. You are never not spending time. So you have to make sure that you are spending your time wisely, and you are doing the things that you want to do with the people who you enjoy doing those things with. So set those times aside. Like I even have to do that with like my streaming schedule nowadays. I try to find time to spend time with the people who I love, and with the people who I'll enjoy being around, and spending time with myself too. I think it's important to tell people to learn to spend time with themselves too, because there's a lot of things that you can either get done being by yourself. There's a lot of things that you can learn to do by yourself. You can like focus on a lot of things by yourself. There's so much things that you can acquire just by sitting still and being by yourself for a while. And I think that's one of the most important things that I would tell anyone. So yeah, just be by yourself, man. Sometimes, not all the time, because you know we are creatures who need other people to coexist. You know, we'll go crazy if we stay by ourselves all the time. I would never tell someone to stay by themselves all the time. That would be terrible of me to say that. But I think you should spend at least some time with yourself and learn how to manage your time so that you can properly be able to spend that time with the people who you care about the most. My number 5 thing I found out of getting older is that you can't keep up with the younger people, and you start to feel bad about it. Now, I have to put this into perspective. I like playing fighting games, all right? I don't play fighting games that much like I used to, but I like playing fighting games. I like having fun or whatever. But when you like get into playing fighting games with these younger people who like have faster reaction times, and they like know all these different things or whatever, you start to feel a little bit, old manish or old womanish, whatever. You start to feel your age, and trust me, you just feel your age, boy. I ain't gonna lie. While I do feel those feelings of like inadequacy, because it's like, oh man, these younger people just taking up everything now, I'm not trying to be a person who is sulking about it. Actually, I try to be as supportive as I can, and the reason why I feel that way is because I think that young people need support, as much support as they can get. And I think that even someone like me telling them, hey, that's pretty good, like you keep doing what you're doing. I believe that the goal of the next generation is to surpass the older generation. So while you might feel good being on top of, on top where you was at or whatever, you have to understand that feeling won't be there for long. You won't be that for forever, and someone will come and take your place, and they will be younger than you, and they will be better than you, and you have to accept that. But the way that I like to think about it is that I'm happy that someone is taking over whatever it is I'm doing, because now I feel that whatever like I've helped in laying the groundwork for is being taken over by someone who can like actually like, you know, continue the work for the next generation. I think that's who we are as a species. We're human beings, and we evolve to be able to do things like that. You know, we evolve to make it so that other people can surpass us, and I think that that's an important thing for us to be able to look at and recognize, because a lot of people just don't be into that, and I be like, nah, you can't be like butthurt over it. Just let them do their thing, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, let them be happy. So yeah, these are my 5 things that I realized about getting older, and I would love to hear your thoughts on some of those things, and maybe some others that I missed, or maybe some others that you have experienced. Maybe you could put them in the comments and let us all know about what it is. Let's have a discussion about it, you know, open our eyes to some of these things. Maybe there's something I missed, or maybe there's something that I didn't look at, you know, in a sense, because, you know, these are my 5 things. Your things may be different for you, but I would still love if you'd share them in the comment section with all of us. That'd be great. Also, if you want to, you could like and share, subscribe, leave a comment, as I said before. But I would appreciate like and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content and enjoy me opening my soul to the internet or whatever. Because, you know, I don't know. This is what y'all ask for in Ko-fi, all right? And, you know, y'all ask this for me, so it's whatever. Speaking of Ko-fi, I have a Ko-fi page where I have exclusive content that I put up there, which means that there's only stuff that only you guys will get to see, and I also make it so that you get to see my nerdy news videos 12 to 24 hours before everyone else does. You would get to look at those and be informed before everyone else gets to be informed. That depends on how fast I can edit, but yeah. Also, I still have my petition going up for you guys to name my llama, because he's still nameless right now. I still have the petition going, so you guys can like give my llama a name, and I don't know what you guys want to name him, but whatever you guys name him, I'm accepting all names. You could put any name for the llama in the comments, and we will all vote on them and see which one is the winner. I have a couple suggestions already, so yeah, you're gonna be named. You just gotta wait, gotta be patient. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys for stopping and watching this video. Peace, love, and air grease to you guys. I will see y'all on the next one, and y'all take it easy. I'm out. See you later.